Hey folks, welcome back to another Civilization 6 video. The new Frontier Pass has come and gone, so it's several months in the rear view, so we don't have any new Civ content in the foreseeable future, but there has always been an extensive modding community, so some of this content is pretty extensive to the extent that it's probably more content than you would have gotten with the official content. We're going to play one here. It is by King Chris 220, the Elder Scrolls Civilization 6 pack. Quick correction, that is King Chris 20, not 220. So now that we've appropriately credited the mod's creator, quick plug for my own channel. If you haven't previously liked and subscribed, please consider doing so to help out a small YouTube content creator. And if you have previously subscribed, thanks so much. Playing with that, the better bounce starts, just to have bounce starts. It's a UI mod there, also a UI mod. We're throwing in the Genshin Impact mod that adds Genshin Impact leaders. And then we're going to play with unlimited build charges as well, which is not unlimited, it's 1,000. Now, the main thrust behind this mod, I would say, is less balance and more about fun, sort of thematic content related to the Elder Scrolls content they're adding. So they did a really good job thematically. So here we see that we are playing for Dumok, Dwarf King of the Dwemer. So that's those annoying mechanical spiders that you get in Elder Scrolls when you're rummaging around those ruins. You know, they are just all over the place, little clockwork looking things. So with this mod, you actually, their unique unit is a Dwarven Spider builder. It's actually a builder replacement. So that's sort of neat. It has 2 extra build charges, so that's classified as a military unit with build charges, sort of like you can get with Rome, I guess, with that swordsman, or the Legion, I mean. So that's pretty cool to have a builder replacement unit there. Now, note to self, do not play with the Dwemer and the mod that gives you 990 or 1,000 build charges, because that only gives it to the regular builders, so you actually just gave the AI a huge advantage of having 1,000 build charges workers, and you have 5 with your bonus 2 here. So don't do that. You also, every Elder Scrolls Civ leader has access to this Apprentice Shock Mage here, and the Apprentice Restoration Mage, which I think is unlocked with Code of Laws. So this is, or not, they don't start out as the apprentices, actually, they just start out as the regular ones, but they are additional units that you can build to start with. So that's cool. The Shock Mage is a little bit like it's pretty much an archer. It's got 2 unit range, which is sort of weird because Shock, I feel like in Elder Scrolls was sort of like you had to almost be like right next to something to shock it. But that is pretty neat. And then they have this Alchemy Lab thing, which is a very neat kind of thing where you can basically, if you collect certain combinations of bonus or luxury resources if you have this building, they can be combined together to create potions. I haven't figured it out quite yet, but I believe that it probably would be done via a city project. And then there's another one that's similar to this that is the Enchanters. It's not called a lab, but maybe it is called a lab, but it's for enchantments, and it uses soul gems just like Elder Scrolls. And those are mostly combat oriented, but that's a literally fun little addition that's sort of, you know, thematically it's really cool and not something that you would see in the base game. So, but you can see that the leaders, you know, there can be a tad on the OP side. So you can see here that as Dwemer, we have a unique governor, and so the governors, these are just reskinned. They are the same as the base game governors, but they just have different names and portraits. Although this guy looks like he for sure should just be played by Aidan Gillen, the actor that played Peter Baelish in Game of Thrones. This guy's dying to be played by Aidan Gillen. So, but this is like the Magnus replacement, and this the cat race, which I can't remember the name of in Elder Scrolls, is the Pingala replacement. But with the Dwemer, they actually have a replacement governor that doesn't look to be just a cut and paste of now I can't remember. I think it's not Turkey, but Suleiman that has Suleiman has the replacement governor, but it does not seem to be the same abilities as that replacement governor. This is some interesting ones. This one rotates around geothermal fissures, and then some extra science for artifacts and relics. So that looks like a copy of, I think, the Anshan city-state ability. This is just straight up 25% production. Siege unit promotion, so they can target without setting up first, or attack without setting up first. Encampment buildings providing science, and then big bonus to natural and world wonders. So this is a pretty cool governor replacement there. And then we've got this unique library replacement here that scales up to give different bonuses. Some of these bonuses are similar to the monopolies and corporations kind of bonuses you can get with the percent increases depending on what age you are in. In the Elder Scrolls mod, the ages have been renamed to match like the eras in Elder Scrolls. And then here we also have that same limitation that Congo has, the twin gods of reason and logic here. So they can't found a religion, but they have this really pretty OP ability of getting 2 random Eurekas every time you complete an industrial zone or campus district, and that they provide double adjacency bonuses, and their abilities provide faith equal to their base yield. So that is, oh, and on top of that, with the unique governor, they get 10% production when producing units. So the Dwemer is pretty cool. I would say a tad on the OP side, but thematically, it's pretty cool with the little spider unit builder replacement. This is what they look like, actually. Here is it's even got its own custom little spider graphics, so that is neat. I find that to be pretty cool. And then they have some resources that have been added around the map. You see Moonstone there. So different types of luxury and bonus resources you can get if you have this content. So I am liking the content thus far. So let's check out some other leaders. I did mention that it's thematically cool, but maybe a shade on the OP side. Here we go. We're gonna do a shuffle map, and we'll just leave everything else the same. We'll play with Heroes and Legends on, Monopolies, and Corporations and Secret Societies, and everything else default. Cyrus, and that is exactly the same name as the leader that we already have in the game for Persia, so that's a bit confusing. So I could tell he was a red guard. Looked it up. He's actually only appeared in a single game that was made in 1998 called Red Guard Adventures that could be run on a Pentium 1 processor. He was referenced in other games but didn't make any other appearances. If I were looking at these screenshots out of context, I would have just guessed that these were screenshots from EverQuest, to be honest with you. But we can see that Cyrus, way ahead of his time with his awesome battle pose with his rapier, or actually I think that's a cutlass. But anyway, apparently he was a badass and should be the leader of Hammerfall for this mod. He's got interesting ability here, Hero of the Sands, that gives some pretty fat adjacency bonuses for building districts in the desert, or even more for building next to an oasis. We can see here, you can get some pretty absurd bonuses here with work ethic and those desert adjacencies. So the holy site here, we've got a plus 24 holy site in our capital city, and then since we took hermetic order, we've got this 14 gold and 14 science campus here, and this 10 adjacency theater square. So getting some pretty outsized bonuses. This city as well, with the plus 28 production and plus 28 faith holy site, and this plus 20 campus. That's with the policy cards